Wow, that did kind of take. I doubt you can even see that with the black yarn. Me and my coaster sets against the world. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is week 2 in our Halloween series. I am once again dressed up. I am doing a surprise video at the end of the month. Otherwise, all the other videos have been scheduled. They're in the post tabs. Go check that out. So to give you guys a hint at what the secret video is going to be, I'm going to be like dressing up as a movie character every single time, to the best of my abilities. This one, I tried my best. It's a little bit better than last week, but like barely. Your hint for this one, it's a very recent movie. Came out in the 2020s, and it's the lead actress is who I'm dressed up as. Pretend I'm holding something. Again, guess in the comments. I do not blame you if you can't get it. I'm having a little bit of difficulty finding the right, color palettes basically for all of these, and it really doesn't help that my hair is naturally curly and my sister took all of our hair tools, so I can't straighten my hair to make it even slightly easier. So just best guess. As you can tell from the title, we're doing crochet this week because of course there has to be a crochet video and it has to be one of the first ones. So I decided on 2 projects. I did find a bunch of others that I thought were super cute, so if you're looking for Halloween inspo, go to the description. All the patterns that I use will be linked to there, and as well as some like example photos and some additional content. So just right away, look at that description. Whatever is in there is in there. What I've decided to make is I have found, I'll put it on screen, I found some cute little spiderweb bandanas. One thing about me, I love a bandana. So I have some black that we're going to use for that. I found a free tutorial on YouTube, which again will be linked in the description. And then I've also seen a lot of people make coaster sets that are meant to look like a bubbling witch's cauldron. I'm definitely going to have black left over from this, so we're going to use that to make the cauldron. And then I have this purple for the little potion. I'm going to try and freehand the coaster set just to see if I can do it, but I will find patterns and put them in description for you guys, in case I mess it up terribly or my description doesn't make sense. The coasters, at least, I'm definitely gonna have to look up how people are making the cauldron, because I have seen some free tutorials for that. I think we start with a magic ring. Get this started. Beautiful center pull, look at that. What is the gauge for this? 5.5. Excellent, I already have that hook out. So, we start with the magic ring. Alright, we've got, I'm sure it's incredibly difficult to see with black yarn on this camera, but we have our first row and we're starting our second. I've broken all of my stitch markers, so now I'm reduced to using paper clips. But I have whimsy in my heart, so they're all rainbow. So I think that's the first row. I'm probably not using the right tension, but that's fine. I'm gonna work on this for a bit and I will come back later. Alright, so I've done maybe 5 or 6 rows. I'm almost done with this row. It seems pretty, every row is kind of the same. You basically, you increase in your first stitch, and then in the corner you do 2 double crochets, a triple, and then 2 more double crochets in that one stitch to create the curve. And then at the end of your row, you add 2 double crochets in the chain space and a triple. Seems I just do this until it's as big as I want it, and then you surface crochet to create the web. So I am gonna surface crochet with the purple and see how that looks. I really wanted to find a free pattern for this so that, if there's anyone like me and doesn't have a lot of yarn money right now, that you can just access it and make it for fun, but there weren't very many. This was one of the only free patterns I could find for a Halloween bandana that I actually wanted to make. This is my current bandana that I like. It's as big as I want it. So I'm gonna use that kind of as a reference. How can I position this? Yeah. So, it builds up quickly, but we are, you know, just getting started. I think I'm gonna try on some PV. And I'm gonna just mindlessly crochet for it, and I will come back when it's as big as I want it.
Funding an archaeological dig.
So tell us, Dick, why the recent fascination with big foods?
Here's what we have. I wanted it to look more spiderwebby when we did the surface crochet, so I did basically took all the stitches on this side of the triangle. I subtracted 2 from the number, and then I divided it by 3. So, and then I did what we do for this tip in just a couple random stitches. So in one stitch, that's 2 double crochet, a triple crochet, and then 2 more double crochet. I wish I had thought to do that a lot earlier. I think it would look a lot cooler, but I am glad that I did remember to do that at some point. So I've weaved in my ends from this. That took me maybe an hour and a half. So now we're gonna do the surface crochet, which we'll see how this goes. It's been a while since I've done surface crochet. I'm gonna see if I can just freehand this. I like freehanding things. Makes me feel smart. Not even sure if I actually know how to do surface crochet, so I'm not gonna try and explain it. So I am gonna just, does that even look good? You know what, I'm just gonna backstitch, because I kind of don't want to spend time doing this, if I'm being honest. So, let's see. Where the hell are all my, this probably, since I'm not super comfortable surface crocheting, this is probably gonna look better anyway. I'll be more even, but we'll see. So I'm gonna do one down the middle, I think, and then maybe just one, and then some webbing. But yeah, so we're gonna do some detailing on the front so it looks more like a spider web. And then I think I'm gonna make the strap. I'm not gonna make the strap very long. Like, I don't think I'm gonna make it nearly as long as I made them for this. Because this one ended up being a little bit wider than it was long. So it really, I need like that much to connect it behind my head. So I'm gonna do pretty short. I'm just gonna do a couple rows of single crochet to attach that, and then we'll be done. So I'll come back when I finish this. There we go. It's done. Don't look at the back. See, you can see anything. So let's see. Let's see if I can even do this with my hair. That's what we're freaking working with. My hair is all weird, so it's not gonna lie perfectly, but that's okay. So next, we're doing the cauldron, and I don't want to look it up right now, so I'm gonna guess how to do the little bobbles on the end. Coasters, what I'm doing is magic circle, chain 2, and then I'm gonna half double crochet. I'm gonna half double crochet 8. I prefer when I'm making coasters to do a single all the way through, just to keep it nice and tight so that if like I have a really cold drink on it, the condensation doesn't like totally leak through. It's just a little bit more effective, but this will build up quicker without having a bunch of gaps in it. Chain 2, I think. That should be fine. And then half double twice in each stitch for round 2. If if you don't know how to make a circle in crochet, if you haven't done that before, I will find a tutorial and put it in the description for you guys. Just, I don't have a super good setup, so I can't really like do tutorial videos and show you what I'm doing. It's first row is however many you start with. Second row is put 2 in each stitch. Row 3 is put 2 in every other stitch. Next one is every 2 stitches, so you know, do 1 in the first 2 stitches and then put 2 in that 3rd stitch, and so on and so forth. Like, you increase the space between your increase each time. So increase on the 3rd one, increase on the 4th one, increase on the 5th one, and you just keep going like that until it's as big as you want. So I should only have to do a few rows. Like, I am on row 3. Here, I'll just finish row 3 and then show you how big it is. I love making coasters. They're pretty easy because, you know, you just kind of repeat. You make the same thing as many times as you want for the coaster set, and I use them a lot. I have this little cactus looking thing. These are my room coasters, and then my house has an office, and that's where I go to do a lot of my schoolwork. In there, I have a set that look like lemon slices. They're honestly one of my most used projects. Like, have you ever made something and you just don't use it? I recommend making coasters because they are something that I use like every single day. But maybe I'm also like really messy. So that is 3 rows. That's how big it is. I have a can right here, so I do want it to be big enough so that it covers the can and there is a little bit of overlap. Honestly, I could probably do 1 or 2 more rows and then we're good. So yeah, that last row I did, I increased in every other stitch. So now, starting this row, slip stitch, chain 2, 1 in the first stitch, 1 in the second stitch, and 2 in that 3rd stitch. Every time I'm convinced I know how to do math and count, I start crocheting and I forget. Like, if you do not crochet, and you're like, oh, it can't be that hard to count stitches. The thing is, it's not hard, it's just I feel like a part of my brain gets turned off. Now see, the smart thing, if that happens to you, would be to go back and fix it. But unfortunately, I am not smart. Okay, yeah, so that is as big as I need it. That was, what, 4 stitches. So now, what's the best way to do this? I'm gonna single crochet, I think. The best way, I'm gonna chain 3, and then I'm gonna, what stitches should I put? I'm gonna put maybe 2 single crochets in that second chain. I'm convinced I can do it. And then single crochet here. Oh, we can do much better than that. Let's see, okay, so chain 3. Let's try putting a half double crochet and just see what happens. Second chain. In the actual chain, not into the rest of the stitches. Maybe? What do we think, chat? I don't think I like that. I'm gonna look up and see how they did it, because I thought it would have been that. Why is my laptop dying? Oh, it's a bobble. Okay. It's not a regular stitch, it's a bobble stitch. Okay, I can do that. So you have 6 loops on your hook. Okay. I will link the TikTok I'm looking at right now in 1, 2, 3. I'll link the TikTok in the description. So you're gonna do a bobble stitch until you have 6 hoops on your hook. A crazy number. I'm not sure if I've ever done a bobble stitch where you need that many. That was the trick. That was the trick. I probably should also be counting, but I'm not doing that either. But yeah, that's what we're working with. I'm gonna make 4 of those now, and I will come back when I'm ready to get started on the cauldron, which I've found several examples of that. So I'll see you guys later. Alright, hi everyone. It's the next day. I still have the bandana in. I have made 3 coasters now. I'm gonna make the 4th one, but I wanted to go ahead and start on the cauldron. So, we've got our black yarn. This looks like it's single crochet. And if you maybe want to make the coasters, but you feel a little intimidated by the cauldron, you can just make the coasters. They don't have to sit in a cauldron. I am gonna get, since this is black yarn and it's single crochet, I am gonna be using a stitch marker. So otherwise I will, forget which row I'm working on. And again, if you want to make anything that I am making in this video for yourself, there will be so many links in the description that you won't even know what to do with them. Alright guys, I finished the cauldron. Let's see. It took about an hour to make, so I'm not sure how well you're gonna see it. It's got these little handles. It's got these little feet. The feet kind of folded up, but not really. They're mostly just for show. And then I made another coaster, so I have 4 coasters. Yeah, you won't be able to see me doing this. I'm gonna just stack these coasters in. Word of advice, if you're gonna follow the pattern that I put in the description, which I recommend, very easy to follow, very beginner friendly. I was skipping around in it because I am not a beginner. She uses 2 strands, crochets with 2 strands of, she's using brown so it's easier to see, but in my case black. Recommend doing that. There's also someone in the comments who, for the legs, recommended a different method for doing it than she shows in the video, and I wish I had done that. I think it would have been a little bit easier for me. So go check the comments and you'll, let's see. It's by Sutton Shimai, and it's hearted by the creator. I recommend trying that instead. I meant to do it and I forgot. Look at that. Look how cute it is. Oh my goodness. I'm very happy with it. So we have our Halloween projects. So I found a lot of other patterns, free patterns. I found some coaster patterns that I thought were really cute. There were like ghosts and pumpkins. I'll put some links to those in the description. I also saw some like Beetlejuice type ones, and I found a bunch of bandana recipes, many of them that I thought were super cute, but they were all paid patterns. I'll still link those in case that's something you would be interested in making. I can't justify spending money on a pattern right now, but I did still want to make some cute stuff, so that's what we have. Yeah, so check out that description and hopefully you'll find some ideas of stuff to do. That's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for crocheting with me. Let me know what you're working on in the comments. Next week, we're gonna do some baking. I haven't done baking since June, maybe. Also, let me know if you can guess who I'm dressed up as. The hair is what's really gonna mess this one up. The dress a little bit, but not as much as it could have. So I will see you guys next week for more Halloween content. Otherwise, leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you guys are working on in the comments. You can follow me on my TikTok, on my Fable. I'll have all my socials in the description, along with all the patterns I used and a bunch of patterns I thought about doing and didn't end up doing, just in case you need some fun Halloween projects. See you guys next time. Bye!